Hello, my name is Emily, and welcome to every book that I read in 2022 in under 20 minutes. I have 72 books to get through, so I'm going to start off quickly. In January, I read Our Violent Ends, the first book that I read this last year by COULDNT, which is a sequel to These Violent Delights. 5 stars. Amazing. I cried at the end. I cannot get over this book. It's a Romeo and Juliet retelling. Good. Then I read A Heart So Broken and Fierce, which is... A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget, which is the second book in the Cursebreaker trilogy. I love this trilogy. I gave this 5 stars. It has one of my favorite book characters of all time in this book. His name is Gray. Great. Then I reread The Queen of Nothing, which I gave 5 stars. I love this trilogy. It's my favorite of all time. It is. This is my favorite in the trilogy, so 5 stars. That was my January. Then in February, I read Autumn's Tide, which kind of disappointed me. I gave this 3 stars. The characters were not as good as I thought they would be. Kind of bland. It was a good story though. 3 stars. Then I read The Midnight Library. Gave this 5 stars. This is one of my favorite books of this year, last year, of all time. Amazingly written, amazing story, made me cry. You need to read this book, and it's so short. Then I read A Vow So Bold and Deadly, which is the last book of the Cursebreaker trilogy. 5 stars. It's a 5-star trilogy. Darker than the first 2, but just as good. And then I read Cutting Down With You, which I gave 3 stars. Disappointed me. Kind of insta-lovey, in my opinion. I wish that it was a little bit more, in general. Then I read It Only Happens in the Movies. This is not just an easy recommendation, and it's a lot darker than it looks like. I gave this 5 stars because it made me cry and it really connected with me. Interesting book. Then I read Wait For It by Mariana Zapata when I was in my Mariana Zapata era marathon. I gave this 4 stars. It has a single parent trope. She's not really a parent, but they're her kids, and like a grumpy next door neighbor, and she's grumpy too, and it's just so good. Then I read Frostblood, which is an amazing classic young adult fantasy if you're in the mood for that. It reminded me of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I gave this 4 stars. If you want a dark-haired, brooding guy, enemies to lovers, yes. So that was my February. Moving into March, I read Horimiya Volume 2. I gave this 5 stars. I love this series. It's so amazing. Cool. Then I read Allah Emerged. 3 stars. It was okay. Little Mermaid retelling. Okay overall. Then I read All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. You guessed it. 5 stars. 5 stars. One of my favorite books. Romance books ever. So cute and cozy. So cute. Oh my gosh, I can't shut up about this book. Then I read Realm Breaker by Victoria Aveyard. A chunky, pure, fantastical young adult. Good group of characters. Good. I haven't read the sequel yet, but I want to. Then I read Unwind by Neil Shusterman, which I gave 4 stars because I love that book. It was so weird, but so interesting, and he just knows how to write a really good story. 3 stars. No, oh my gosh, why keep saying that? 4 stars, jeez Louise. Then I read Head Over Heels, Random Book of the Library. I gave it 4 stars. It was a cute little romance, gymnastics, and hometown, and friends to lovers. Then I read Malibu Rising, which Taylor Jenkins Reid. 5 stars. I cried. Amazing. Then I read The Charmless, which is an arc from NetGalley. I gave this 4 stars. Cute, cozy cottage vibes. Cute. Then that was my March. Moving into April, I read Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen before the movie came out. Don't watch the movie. Read the book, please. The movie made me so upset. 5 stars. Cute. I love Sarah Dessen. Love her. Then I read See You Yesterday, which is another arc from NetGalley. I gave that 3 stars because it disappointed me because I love her books. That one just didn't vibe with me, unfortunately. It felt really long. Then I read Spy Family Volume 1. 5 stars. 5 stars, amazing. 5 stars. Loved it. Then I read Lovely War. I don't know what I was thinking. I gave this 3 stars. I don't like historical fiction, but I want to read it because it's so pretty. And the writing is really good. It's just really boring to me. I'm sorry. It's not my genre. Then I read Dear Erin for the 2nd time because it's my favorite romance book. Favorite Mariana Zapata. 5 stars. So cute. They text and they email and they are so funny together. And he's like Captain America in book form. And I love Captain America. Okay, then I read Dividing Eden for the second time. It's a nice young adult fantasy with sibling rivalry and trials. Like, actually there's trials in it, and it was good. The second one is better though. Then I read The Hating Game, which I gave 4 stars because it's not my genre either. I don't know why, but that kind of romance isn't my favorite. And it was cute though. It was super duper cute. Super good. That was my April. Then in May, I read Love and Olives, which is the last book in this little trilogy, Love and Gelato, Love and Luck, Love and Olives. It's set in Greece. It talks about Atlantis. It's about being 17, and I read it when I was 17, and I loved it. 5 stars. Then I read Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which is a young adult fantasy. It felt really, really long. Really, really long. But it was so lyrical and pretty, and the romance dynamic in it is juicy. So 3 stars. Then I read So Rich and Pretty, 4 stars, because it was very juvenile, but I liked what it came to do, and I appreciated it, and it was juicy drama. Cool. Then I read Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I gave that 4 stars because it was my introduction to thrillers, really, and it was very ominous, very creepy. The review wasn't as big as I thought it would be, but it was good nonetheless. Then I read Much Ado About a Latte. I gave that 4 stars. It was a cute little romance I found at the library. I don't know what to say. They were cute. Then that was my May. So then moving into June, I read My Mechanical Romance. This is one of my favorite books of the year. Okay? Amazing. Taylor Swift references. He's a great guy love interest. She's into robotics, and she's like girl power, and amazing. Then I read The Winnipeg into Me for the second time. Jeez, it's heavy. 5 stars. Football romance. Mariana Zapata. We see the pattern here. Then I read It's Not Summer Without You, which I gave 5 stars. It's the second book in the Summer Turned Pretty. Darker, a lot of great scenes, great writing. Then I read Darker Shade of Magic, which I gave 3 stars. I was very sad that I didn't like it because it felt really long, and I don't know, just not my favorite from her. Then I read We'll Always Have Summer, which I gave 5 stars, with Jenny Han. Amazing. I cried. This trilogy is so good. So good. That was my June. Now going into July. I read Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I want to own this book so bad, but I don't, because I really like Riley Sager now. It's set in a car in like a nighttime, and he might be a serial killer, and there's like 90 references to movies and music and Nirvana, and it's so crazy. It's so crazy. 5 stars. Then I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. 5 stars. You heard the hype about this book because it's hyped, and it's great, and it's amazing, and it's true. Believe me. Go read it if you have not. Then I read People Will Meet on Vacation. No, wait. I'm out of order. I read Grace Year. One of the weirdest books I read this year. Crazy, wacky, crazy. I don't know what else to say about it. It was just interesting, Hunger Games-esque, insane. 5 stars. I liked it a lot. Then I read One True Love, which I gave 5, I gave it 3 stars. Sorry. It's a cruise romance. It was okay. That was my July. Moving into August, I read These Hollow Vows, which I gave 5 stars. This just came and did what it needed to do for me. Okay? 2 hot guys, 1 cool, crazy girl with a sword, fantasy fae. Oh, amazing. 5 stars. Then I read People Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I gave this 3.5, 4 stars. It was okay. I like her writing. Nothing really crazy to say about it, honestly. Then I read None Shall Sleep. 4 stars. If you like Good Girl's Guide to Murder, read that book. It was crazy, very ominous. Ooh, like kind of crazy. I read No Means of Escape, which I gave 4 stars. It's a cozy mystery. It's like an escape room murder, and there's like social media aspects too. It was cute. Then I read A Thicker in the Dark. More of y'all need to talk about this book, okay? Because it's crazy. It's crazy. The reveals are insane, and it's like so good. I gave this 5 stars. Yes. Then I read The Honeymooners. I gave this 4 stars. 3.5 really. I told you, this romance type like vibe just doesn't vibe with me. Yes. Then I read Matched. I reread it, really. 4 stars. It was great for its time. Amazing. I know why we all love this. Because it hit. And the writing's actually a lot better than I thought it would be. That was my August. Now it's September. We're making good on time. It's okay. I read Daughter of the Siren Queen, which is a sequel to Daughter of the Pirate King. I gave it 5 stars. Amazing story, amazing romance. Don't know what else to say about it because it was so cool. Sirens, pirates, action, fighting, cool. Then I read The Stand-In, which I gave 4.5 stars. Cute, kicking my feet in the air, great, like writing in scenes and like, ooh. I didn't remember it anymore, but it was so cute. Then I read Anatomy, which I gave 5 stars. It's a historical fiction, and I still liked it. It has a good romance and a good storyline, and ooh, great writing. Then I read Magic Tree House, which I gave 5 stars because it's, I don't know, I felt like reading it. It's a tiny little book, cute. Then I read Cheeky Brat, Volume 1. Don't knock it until you try it, okay? It's so cute. I love it personally. 5 stars. Spy Family Volume 2, 5 stars. That was my September. So now moving on to October. I read only library books, so get ready for this, okay? Lore, 2 stars. Felt very long. Good premise, good plot. I just could not get through it. I could not. Then I read There's Someone Inside Your House, 4 stars. Cute thriller, young adult. Wasn't very scary. Then I read Unrivaled. Never heard of it. Crazy good characters and like really crazy plot. 4 stars. Read it if you haven't, honestly. Then I read Reckless Girls, which I gave 5 stars. Another thriller that was just like crazy because they're stuck on this island, people are dying. Weird. Then I read Orange, the first big volume. I gave it 4 stars. It was good. Yes. Then I read The Runaway Duchess, which I gave 3 stars. It was boring. Don't know why I read that one. It was cute though. And that was my October. Moving into November, I reread The Cruel Prince for the 5th time. It's my favorite book. So obviously 5 stars. Then I read Forging Silver into Stars, 3 stars. I thought I'd like it more, but I did not. But it is from Bridget, so I do like it, okay? I don't know, like her writing just is great to me. It's cute, it's fantasy, and it's crazy, and there's action, and ooh. Then I read Good Girl, Bad Blood, the sequel to Good Girl's Guide to Murder. 5 stars. Holly Jackson has done it again. And I want to read the last one. I really do. But it needs to be in paperback. So I gotta wait a little bit. Cool story. Way darker. Really interesting. Then I read Sky Hunter. This is one of my favorite books of the year by Marie Lu. Okay? Read it if you have not. Don't let it sit on the shelf because I did and I regret it. It's so good. It's so good. It's like the dystopia that 18 me wants and that 14 me loved. Okay? So good. Yes. That was my November. Moving into December. I was trying to cram to get my goal in. So there's a lot to go through. 5 Total Strangers. 4 stars. Crazy. Very ominous. On the edge of your seat. Cool. Don't really remember it. Then Love in Other Words. 4 stars. I thought that I'd like it more. The story was good. Not one of my favorites. But the cover is so sneaking cute. Then I read Steel Striker, sequel to Sky Hunter. 5 stars. I cried at the end. I cried and stared at the wall because it was just so good. I'm sorry. Then I read My Hero Academia, The School Briefs, Volume 3. I love these characters and I just want to read more about them. So, cute. I gave it, 4 stars? Yeah. Then I read Romantic Killer, the first volume. I bought it as soon as I finished the show because the show on Netflix is amazing. And it's in color. Can you see this? Oh my Lanta. 5 stars. I love this series. Then I read I'm Glad My Mom Died in audiobook form, which is a memoir by Jeanette McCurdy. I didn't write it because I felt kind of weird about that, and it is her life, so it was really well written, and she incorporates humor in an interesting way, but it was insane. It was insane to read. Then I read Off Roads Lead Here again, which I didn't know I did until the end of the year. I was like, I read this in 2 times in 1 year. Don't know why. I just missed it. And it's so cozy and comforting, and you already hear me talk about it. So, yeah. Then I read Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. I give it 3 stars. David Leviathan's writing and me do not mix. I'm sorry. I just can't give him another chance. I can't. And he wrote Dash's point of view, and I love Dash in the show. Did not like Dash in the book. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. I'm sad about that. Then, the last book of the year that I read, completing in total 72 books, was To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han, which is actually a reread, but I just missed the story and the character of Lara Jean, and it was cute, and it really just like let me relax at the end of the year, because I had already reached my goal. So, my goal was 70. that is every book that I read in 2022 and what I rated it and what I thought. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna go now. I'll see you somewhere else on the internet. Bye.